Hey everyone, how's it going today? It's Microstock time. Earnings report for the month of October. Yeah, it's November already. Before I get into this one, I did want to talk about Alex's recent publication on drones, drone rules in Europe. If you don't know Alex, he's the force behind Brutally Honest Alex, which is a blog, a YouTube channel, a resource on Microstock and all things Microstock, as well as other stock photography, book photography. And Alex has a number of published, self-published works that he's done around book photography and around Microstock photography. And recently he's put out a book on drone rules, drone usage, and he was so generous enough to allow me to review a copy. And and what I wanted to do is kind of come at it from a North American perspective because obviously I'm not in Europe, and his book is primarily or exclusively about European countries, the EU, and some of the peripheral countries. And I was a little, I wasn't sure what I was going to get when he asked me to do it, but it's a big piece of work. So a lot of times self-published materials tend to be smaller and more picture heavy. But this one is actually really dense and it has a ton of useful stuff in it and super helpful for me. And I assume for Europeans as well, because I've had a drone for a while now. And every time we've gone to Europe a number of times, every time we expect to go, my wife says, "Are you bringing your drone?" And I say no. And I haven't because from my perspective, the European Union just comes across as kind of like a heavily regulated, rules heavy, no fun zone. So I never really wanted to take the time and really figure out what the rules were, how to figure out what the rules were, go through all of that stuff. Just because it seems like such a burden. Anyway, so I was super keen on this because Alex has put together a single work that starts right at the beginning on what a drone is and takes you through the whole aspects of various types of drones, like the sub 250 and up, the drones that are above, and what the rules are and what you need to comply with in order to fly your drones, as well as restricted areas, like all you know how it is, all how that stuff interplays. And so that's really cool. And one of the things I liked best about it is he also, and this is what you never get in books, and which is also almost always, or could be just as important, and that's kind of like the insider knowledge that comes with how strictly things may or may not be enforced, or how hard it's going to be to deal with authorities if you get in some trouble, you get caught flying your drone in a place where you're not supposed to be, and who's strict and who's not. So super helpful book. I actually have a trip coming up. My wife has a conference in Norway, in Oslo, in March. So we're going to go there for 4 or 5 days. So this is kind of timely for me because I'm going to figure out how this works, and I'll have a playbook now on whether or where I can fly a drone. And so if it's not going to work, that's fine too. But at least I'll know how it's going to work and whether it won't work. And so, super interesting. I highly recommend it if you're into drones or you want to get into drones, in particular around microstock photography, because for me, my drone footage is selling the best out of all my other footage and is kind of keeping me in this game. So, it's a very cheap resource. He's priced it very low, and I'll put a link to his blog where you can get it. I think it's also on Amazon. But more than that, Alex has given a ton to the Microsoft community, tons of resources, interviews, how-tos, all kinds of stuff. And so this is a great way to just say thanks and also get something in return. So highly recommend you at least considering whether his book on drones might be something that you're interested in, and check it out at least. All right, so I'm going to move into my earnings report for the month of October now. Okay, Archangel 0, Photo for me 0, Pond 5, I actually had 3 sales and I earned $1, all images, like photographs, no videos there. So another month on Pond 5 with terrible earnings. It's just, it's a stock photography industry. I don't mean to complain, and I'm not going to complain anymore, but just the sales aren't great. It is what it is. What am I at? Black Box. I had a little bit of earnings there, $6.97. One, basically nothing sale, and then I had some data set earnings. So the bulk of that $7 was just data set. Again, I have a tiny portfolio there. I did upload a little bit more stuff, and I don't upload there in part because I feel like I know how the agencies work, and I can sort of shift the way I upload based on the agency. So I just don't like that one upload process, which keeps me from using it, even though it's a good resource. If you were all commercial, for example, instead of mixing commercial and editorial, I'd probably go with Black Box. But I do a mix, so I just don't use Black Box that much. Wirestock, $6.97 of earnings in October. I had 14 sales only. Small portfolio, as you know, didn't make that much there. But it is what it is. It's fine. I think I have a better month coming up in November, so that's always kind of nice. You know you're getting a better month in the future. So yeah, Wirestock. Dreams Time. I have 15,578 assets there, photos and videos. I have uploaded a bit more video there recently, although I never sell video on Dreams Time. I only ever sell photos, and at that, it's not super great. I had 38 total sales for the month of October, and that earned me $13.30. So yeah, again, not great. Deposit Photos is my next site. I have a portfolio size of 15,261 total images with a few videos. I had 40 sales in the month of October, and that earned me $13.55. Okay, so now kind of jumping into some of the sites that earn a little bit more, and I'll start putting up photos here of bigger, better sales or interesting sales that intended to help you to the extent that I can. Even if it's just simply an inspiration that you see bad photos selling and making money, and you realize you can do it too. So next site is Alamy. I have a portfolio size of 15,000 images, all images there. Alamy has a deal with other stock companies for video, and I think Deposit Photo video gets sold through Alamy as well, although I don't know if that's ever happened for me. But I had 3 sales in the month of October, and the net earnings on those 3 sales was $40.47. And then I had, in addition to that, I had other income of $30.69, and it's there's a category, I don't know what it is. I think I knew at one point, and I maybe asked the same question in the past, but have since forgotten. Sort of don't care. I had 40 plus 30 in income, so about $70 from Alamy in October, which is pretty good. The best sale I had was this one. All right, the next best earning site for me in October, technically September on this one, and that means it's iStock. So this will be my September report. I have 10,346 images, and I have 792 videos there now. I had 167 total sales in the month of September, and that earned me a total of $125.71. 153 of those were photos and 14 were videos, and the videos earned a total of $32.85. So not a bad month. That's par for the course for me at iStock in that 100 and 125 range. So not complaining. The best selling item was a photograph of the Duke Kahanamoku statue on Waikiki Beach, and that earned me $14.86. So yeah, that's a pretty good sale. Okay, moving on to Shutterstock now. I have a portfolio size of 15,669 images. I have video size or a video portfolio of 1,674 videos now. I had 231 image sales, and I had 11 video sales, and the 220 images made $147.95, and the 11 videos made $78.99. So that's a total of $226.94 if I didn't already say that. But that's the best month I've had at Shutterstock in a long time, I think since March. So I was pretty surprised to get it actually that much in the 200 range. It's pretty weak there. So I'll take $226 and I'll be happily surprised at that and thankful. So what do we have? The best image was this UBC sign. This is a University of British Columbia sign down in Robson Square. It earned me $21.03. And the best video earned me $15.31. And it was this Calgary downtown video. Okay, so that's Shutterstock. Moving on to my best and my final site, it's Adobe Stock. I have a portfolio size of 16,404 images, and I have 16,404 total assets. The images are 15,544. That includes AI, which I don't do anymore, as you probably already know. And I have 860 videos. I am having video or both photos and sort of AI content being kicked out of the portfolio. I don't know if you've noticed that. Every now and then I get like a communication from them about assets being removed from the portfolio that had once been accepted but is now no longer acceptable. So I think my portfolio is going up and down right now. I don't mind if they're removing stuff. It is what it is. What does it look like for earnings though? I had 496 total sales, and that earned me $441.22. That breaks down like this. 432 images earned $375.27, and 12 videos earned $65.95. So, and yeah, so a good month. Even though I'm holding this phone up, I'm just realizing that I missed motion array, so I'm going to jump back there after this. But let's just finish off on Adobe Stock. My best earning photo was this one, and my best earning video was this video right here. Okay, so it's clearly not working for me today. I'm going to go back to Motion Array and talk about Motion Array because that site earned more than Alamy but less than iStock. So I earned $63 at Motion Array. I have 1,496 assets there, video and photos. I had 343 total downloads, and again, that earned me $63. The trending asset for the month of October was a time lapse I took in the mountains. This is Wedge Pond, and just kind of on a fall morning when the cool air and the water sort of create a bunch of steam along the water, fog or whatever that is. So sorry about this very convoluted and totally unprofessional. But am I ever professional? Stock earnings extravaganza. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, despite it all. And we will see you shortly because I am late this month in my earnings report. So hopefully in early December, I'll have November out for you right away. Hope you're doing great. Sincerely, hope you're happy and doing well in your lives. And we'll see you soon. Take care.